Good day and welcome to another episode of Your Money Moment, where we break down strategies to help you take control of your finances and build a stronger financial future. I'm your host Mauritz Oberholzer, and today we're focusing on a popular and highly effective debt reduction strategy known as the debt snowball method. We'll discuss how this method can be particularly useful in the South African context, where many people face significant debt challenges. But first, let's start by understanding what the debt snowball method is and why it is such a powerful tool in tackling your debt. So what is the debt snowball method? This method is a strategy where you pay off your debts starting with the smallest balance first, regardless of interest rates. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you roll that payment amount into the next smallest debt, creating a snowball effect as you gain momentum. This method isn't necessarily the fastest way to pay off your debt if you consider interest, but it's incredibly effective for creating psychological wins and creating momentum. By paying off the smaller balances, you experience progress sooner, which motivates you to continue eliminating debts. Why is this debt snowball so effective and why do I like it? So one of the biggest challenges in debt management is not just financial, but psychological. Debt can feel overwhelming, and it's easy to lose motivation if you don't see progress. The debt snowball method plays on human psychology. By tackling smaller debt first, you get a quick win that builds confidence. These small victories encourage you to stay committed and eventually pay off larger debts. For South Africans, where many households are burdened by credit card debt, personal loans, and other forms of unsecured debt, finding a strategy that provides psychological motivation can be incredibly valuable. So, how does the debt snowball method work? Let's break it down into actionable steps. List all your debts from smallest to largest by outstanding balance, ignoring interest rates for now. Secondly, continue to make minimum payments on all your debts, but focusing on any extra money on the smallest debt first. Number 3, once the smallest debt is paid off, take the payment that you were making on that debt and apply it to the next smallest debt, while continuing to make minimum payments on the others. Repeat this process until all your debts are paid off. As you pay off each debt, your total available payment amount grows, just like a snowball rolling down a hill, picking up speed. So let's talk about the South Africa debt landscape. Debt is a significant issue in South Africa. According to recent stats, around 25 million South Africans are credit active, and a large portion of them are struggling with high levels of debt. Common forms of debt include credit cards, personal loan, retail, store credit, and vehicle finance. Many people are also grappling with high interest rates, making debt repayments feel like an impossible task. For instance, credit card interest in South Africa can range from 18 to 25%, while personal loans can go even higher. In such a context, it's easy to see why many people are feeling like they are drowning in debt. The debt snowball method provides a way to regain control, one small win at a time. So let's look at a practical example of the debt snowball in action. Let's look at a simplified example of how the debt snowball method could work for you. Imagine you have the following debts: store credit of 5,000 Rand with a minimum payment of 500 Rand per month. Personal loan of 25,000 Rand with a minimum payment of 1,000 Rand per month. And credit card debt of 15,000 Rand with a minimum payment of 1,200 Rand per month. If we follow the debt snowball method, you would continue to make minimum payments on all your debts. Secondly, any extra money, let's say 300 Rand, would go towards paying off the store credit first because it has the smallest balance. Let's assume you've managed to cut back on some discretionary spending to free up that extra 300 Rand a month. Instead of paying 500 Rand towards store credit, you'll now pay 800 Rand. So it's the 500 Rand minimum payment plus that 300 Rand extra. This will allow you to pay off the store credit in around 6 months instead of 10. Now, once the store credit is paid off, you'll take that 800 and add it to the minimum payment for the next smaller debt, which is the credit card debt. So now you'll be paying 2,000 Rand, which is the 1,200 Rand that was the minimum payment plus the new 800 Rand that you've saved on the store credit. And you'll pay that towards the credit card. After the credit card is paid off, you take that full 2,000 Rand and apply it onto that personal loan. Along with that, it's minimum payment of 1,000 Rand, making your total payment 3,000 Rand on the personal loan. So why I think it's a great way for South Africans to pay off debt is because we have high interest rates in South Africa. You might think the debt avalanche method, where you pay off the highest interest debt first, would be better. While that method can save on interest, it often takes longer to start seeing results. The debt snowball method focuses on small wins that make it an excellent strategy for those struggling with motivation and need to see progress quickly. In a country where debt is widespread and many people are balancing several small debts, the debt snowball provides a clear step-by-step approach that's easy to follow and psychologically rewarding. So in conclusion, if you're feeling overwhelmed by debt, the debt snowball method is an accessible and effective way to regain control. It helps you stay motivated by focusing on small wins, and before you know it, those wins snowball into a complete financial freedom. Thanks for joining me today. Remember, no matter where you are in your financial journey, every step you take takes you closer to being debt-free. Stay tuned for more episodes where we discuss practical strategies to improve your financial life. Until next time, stay smart with your money.
When you're navigating through life's big events, like buying a home, starting a family, or approaching retirement, you need sound and impartial financial advice. Mauritz Oberholzer, a financial advisor at Stonehouse Capital, specializes in personal financial planning. Visit mauritzoberholzer.co.za or call 082-774-1996. For practical and easy-to-understand advice and tips, don't miss your Money Moment with Mauritz Oberholzer, Thursday mornings at 10 on E-Radio.